It's working. This is how it should be. All right. How's everyone doing? Hello. We are an hour later than I said I was going to be. I think that's correct. I'm pretty sure that's right. If that's not right, big oof. Okay. Yes. Yes, we are an hour later than I said I was going to be because mostly it's my fault. Because I reinstalled my OS, which is always a bad idea. Well, actually, not always. It's it's a bad idea when you have a lot of things set up in a very specific way, because then you have to reset it all up, and then you'll miss things, and then OBS will do something where it'll depend on a library, but then not actually tell you, and you'll compile it, because I self-compile my OBS because I need like extra things in it, which is another mistake probably. But you compile OBS, it doesn't complain the whole way through, and then at the end it gives you a cryptic error message that is ungoogleable. I tried Googling it and nothing comes up. And you randomly, blindly come up with, you try to fix it. You randomly, blindly try to fix it over the course of an hour, and then you install one library and suddenly it works. So that's what happened. Aaron4457, thank you for the sub. Thank you for the resub for 2 months. I don't know why. Wasn't that supposed to come up with a message? It was supposed to read that in Microsoft Sam. Well, that's okay. I can trigger one for you, so so it is not wasted. I think this will work. Oh god. Damn it. The TTS should work, but I don't know if my sub reading isn't working quite right. There we go.
Greetings, it's Matt Sixhead.
Yeah, we love It's Matt Sixhead here. Matt KC streams are totally radical. They are. They work perfectly every single time. Can't you tell? Don't install Gen 2 before a stream. I mean, that's kind of where we're at. What do you need to compile OBS for? So, for licensing reasons, a lot of copies of a lot of Linux distributions' versions of OBS don't come with the browser because it's based on Chromium embedded framework, which I guess is like slightly unfree. I don't exactly know the licensing restrictions around this, but there are reasons for that. And I think it's the same with VSTs. Like, VSTs are technically non-free, so a lot of the time they don't get compiled in. It's one of those like, and I rely on a lot of those things. So it's one of those like licensing Linuxy non-free things. So yeah, I have to compile it myself. So yeah. My mobile data works perfectly fine outside my house, but if I go inside my house, it doesn't work. If the power goes out, I have to go outside for internet. Oh my god. I've done that in the past. You just awakened a memory in me. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Why? That's funny that that mobile data doesn't work in your house. But the memory that's awakened in me is back in 2009, I had some absolute dog shit Australian internet. It was like less than I think it was supposed to be like 3 megabits per second, or maybe 4, but it was frequently like 1 or 2. It was unbelievably slow. And I think the data cap's really low as well. Like after it was like 4 gigabytes, and after that it would like throttle down even more to dial-up speeds. And of course, because I was a kid on the internet and a real techie nerd, I would go over my family internet's data limit every month. Every month I'd go over the limit, and we'd be stuck with dial-up, which was fine for them because they were just checking emails and stuff. But it was not fine for me because I wanted to play games and watch YouTube. And so I think it was one of those times where we were data capped, and I discovered that one of my neighbors had password protected internet, like a completely open Wi-Fi. And so when our internet got capped, I started to use my neighbor's internet because it worked pretty well. It was still a little slow because obviously the signal is weak because we're a whole house apart, or probably more than one house apart, but it was better than dial-up speed. And sometimes the signal still wouldn't be good. So one time after school, I really wanted to watch AVGN, the brand new AVGN that had come out that day. I think it was Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, and it was hopeless trying to get it on our internet, and I couldn't connect to the neighbor's Wi-Fi. So I went outside with my laptop. It was raining, by the way, so I got a big coat, put it over me and my laptop, sat on the ground, sat there in front of the house, connected to the neighbor's Wi-Fi, downloaded AVGN, which took about, I think, 20-something minutes. Me just sitting in the rain. And when it finished, I went back inside and I watched AVGN. It was all worth it. It was all worth it. Oh god. So that's what you reminded me of. The one time that I had to go outside for internet. Clearly, you should have run an Ethernet cable from your neighbor's house to the. I mean, that would have been great, isn't it? Doesn't 8-Bit Guy run? Because I think he lives next door to his parents. Like they managed to get two houses next to each other, and they share an internet connection. And I think he runs fiber optic underground between the houses so that they can get fast internet. I think they used to do it through Ethernet, but then a lightning bolt struck like a tree, and that got all the way down to the Ethernet cable, and it like fried all their stuff. Whoa, it's real life Matt KC. It's me, Matt KC, voiced by Chris Pratt. Welcome to the stream, Heliox. Matt was desperate for AVGN, all for 20 minutes of entertainment. It was hard back in the day, back in the trenches of the internet when when we only had like a megabit per second. Really tempted to Hackintosh an old 2009 laptop after seeing your latest video. Hell yeah. Do you think you'd run like modern macOS on it, or would you run something from like 2009? I Hackintoshed a Toshiba laptop I had and got Monterey on it. Hell yeah. For a year in 2015, I was running a Hackintosh on a ThinkPad X220, and that worked really well. Like that was the only reason I got rid of that was because I think it was just a little slow, but otherwise that worked. It actually worked really well. Back in my day. Exactly. Hey Matt, I rewatched your Sonic Heroes video the other day, and I'm wondering if you had a chance to play Frontiers yet. No, I've heard good things. A lot of my friends have played it. They all said it was about 8 out of 10, which is good for Sonic. And I want to play it, but what I'm probably going to do is wait for it to go on sale, because I assume it'll go on sale like over the holidays, over Christmas and whatnot, or maybe even for Black Friday coming up, right? That's probably when I'll pick it up. What speed do you have now? Honestly, my speeds could be better. It's because I live in an apartment, and the apartment complex in general, I guess, doesn't get we don't have wonderful internet options here, so I get well, it's good, don't get me wrong. It's 100 megabit down, and I think only like 20 or 25 up, which I want to point out is an upgrade from what I had in Australia, which was 50 down and 20 and also 25 up. So it is an upgrade, but it could be better. I know a lot of my friends are like, you only have 100 up? Like, I have a friend who lives only like 10 or 15 minutes away, and they have 300. And I'm like, damn, I wish I could get 300. Anyway. I joined, the first thing I hear is, it was hard back in the day. For a second, I thought you were talking about your own teen years. I mean, I sort of was. I was a teenager when I did that, when I sat outside and did that. Mavericks didn't work, but one day I might try Lion or Snow Leopard. Oh, hang on. Tried Hackintoshing a Dell Optiplex GX 620 with a Pentium 4. Interesting. Yeah, that might be a bit old for Mavericks, but definitely, I think Snow Leopard would work. Tiger would definitely work on a P4. As long as it has SSE something. Got to get that fiber gigabit. I really want fiber. I actually had fiber briefly last year. My last place, the place where I had black fabric behind me and it was lit up by blue lights. I had fiber there, and it was still 100 down, but it was also 100 up, which was fucking sick for uploading videos. And more importantly, it was much more reliable. If you've seen a lot of these streams, you know that my internet has cut out mid-stream, like maybe half of my stream, so they just end up cutting out. Well, maybe not. That's probably overestimating it. Maybe like 6 times over the last couple of months that my internet, or I'll say over the course of this year, because I haven't streamed that much over the course of the year. But yeah, it cuts out with relative frequency. You only have 100 up. Fuck that guy. 100 up is such a rare treasure. Yeah, that's the thing. Is I consider myself lucky because I'm used to Australian internet, but I know that a lot of people I know have much better internet than me. And if I had the option, I would get better internet than I do. One of the new P4s that support 64-bit. I actually didn't know there were new P4s. I thought you'd have to go to like Pentium Ds or whatever. As a slight Sonic nerd, I really enjoyed Frontiers. Interesting. I tried to talk about it. I asked, like, because my reference point for a good 3D Sonic game is Generations. And I tried to ask. I asked my friends how it compared to Generations, and they said it was basically like, it was like comparing apples and oranges. It's just they're too different to really compare, which is fascinating. I'm interested to check it out. But yeah, so. Hang on, uh-oh. Uh-oh. My webcam froze. Wonderful. Really? Sometimes my capture card just does this. It just like balks for some reason. Basically, all my tech is just falling apart. I think that's the moral of the story. Okay. Would you consider being sponsored by Linode? If they offered, I would consider it, sure. Why, do you have a contact with them? The ACPI patching was a little confusing at first, but I followed the instructions that worked first time. Yeah, it is. It is very... That ACPI stuff on Hackintosh is extremely... I can't think of the word. Intimidating. It looks very complicated. Thankfully, most of the time, it's easier than it looks, but it does look very complicated. My friend can download GTA 5 in 20 minutes. My God. How fast does your internet need to be for that? I really want... I've thought about, like, the next place that I move to, trying to, like, figure out if it has Google Fiber beforehand, because I know that Google Fiber is, like, 1 gigabit or 2 gigabit. Like, the worst speeds you can get from them is 1 gigabit, and I'm like, man, that makes my pee-pee hard. If anything, Frontiers convinced me that they kind of peaked in terms of control for Sonic games. Not to say Frontiers is bad, but some aspects of the control do feel off. Interesting. I know that you can, like... Can't you, like, customize the controls? It's all, like, tweakable. The cyberspace controls were awful IMO, but the open world controls felt great in my experience. Interesting. Yeah, I'm very interested to try it out. I'll... As soon as it goes on sale, I'll pick it up. And then maybe I'll even stream it. We'll see. 1000 has about 50% availability here in the Netherlands, and it costs about €50 per month. That doesn't seem too bad to me. Here, I feel like it's going to be a lot less than 50% availability. I feel like when I look at like coverage maps, it's like restricted to just either individual cities or individual like neighborhoods of cities. To be fair, I don't exactly live in a very like, I mean, I live in a major city, but it's not necessarily a tech city. I know that places like the San Francisco Bay Area or like Austin, I know that those places tend to be prioritized when it comes to internet speed. Audio video sync fucked for anyone else? It doesn't seem so for me, but try pausing and playing or refreshing your stream and see if that helps. I'm still on the notify me when it's in my area. Yeah. I've considered trying to join some of those mailing lists, but I also feel like, is there really a point? Because by the time it gets implemented here, I might not even live here anymore. We recently upgraded our broadband from 100 down, 20 up to 160 down, 30 up, but we can't use any of the increased down speed because the whole house is routed with Cat 5. Oof! Oh god, yeah, that's funny that, man, we're finally reaching a point where 10100 is well, because for a long time it was, especially in Australia, it was like, man, our internet, 10100 or 100 megabit Ethernet is fine because our internet is only like 20 or 30, but we're finally surpassing that. It's no longer fine, basically. I live in the UK. It was planned to come here, but got shut down when Google stopped expanding. Oof, that sucks. Yeah, I assume it's like that in Australia. Well, actually, I don't know if there was ever a plan to bring Google Fiber to Australia, but I have a strong feeling that if there's a plan to bring it there, it's not for another like 20 or 30 years. Hang on. A little loud. Music is a little loud for me. I don't know if it's loud for you guys. It looks like it's fine for you guys, but it's a little loud for me. Houses with Ethernet run hard to come by here. Yeah, same here. I mean, I convinced my dad to run Ethernet when I still lived with my dad. The internet router was on one side of the house and my bedroom was on the other side, and I like begged him to like install an Ethernet cable going from one side of the house to another, and eventually he did agree and we installed it together, but which was nice. It was not very nice of him, but I remember I was like, please, I need the Wi-Fi is so bad. But this was when I was like 15. Dad KC. I guess we could I guess that is kind of his name, at least it's like internet name in relation to me. Maddie, you subbed to the 8-Bit Guy. I am. I haven't seen some of his videos recently. I go in waves. Like this is just for any YouTuber. I'll like stop watching them for like 6 months, and then for like 2 weeks I'll binge watch their everything that happened in those last 6 months, and then I'll move on to another YouTuber and binge watch them for another 2 weeks that I haven't seen in 6 months. So that's just my pattern of watching. So I haven't seen any of his stuff for the last few months, but I'll catch up on it eventually. I did something similar. I just bought a weatherproof cable and ran it through a window once I was told. No, that would have been interesting. I don't think we could have done window. The shape of the house may have precluded us from doing that. And just trying to think. I guess anything is possible. Can you please put on keygen music? I could, but I'm licensed to play the music that I'm currently licensed, whereas I'm not licensed to play keygen music. Not that any like keygen music maker is gonna randomly DMCA my stream, but it is. I do think it's a good idea to like try and stay as safe as possible on that. Are you going to use macOS on the Microsoft Surface, or are you going to reinstall Windows? Neither. Fun fact, I've already... well, actually, the whole time... Not the whole time. The second half of that video's production, I dual booted macOS with Linux. So I used Linux on it and macOS when filming or when recording the video. Well, yeah, mostly when recording the video. Can you show a picture of Dad, Casey? I don't know. I'll ask if he wants his face on the internet. If he does, then I can show a picture that of. In fact, maybe I might have posted this photo in the Discord already. Me and him once met the 8-bit guy. We were in Texas for a convention, and 8-bit guy has like a kind of an open door policy where if you email him and ask to like see his collection, he'll be like, sure, come over. So we did that sort of, and so I've got a photo with 8-bit guy, me, and my dad. So I could show that if he's like chill with that. It's very funny to me how the Surface laptops run Linux far better than Windows. Then again, good Windows laptops don't exist last I checked. True! Yeah, I actually found that too, that like, especially, because I had the AMD revision of the Surface laptop at one point as well, and then I eventually traded it for the Intel one, because the AMD one had like a bunch of hardware issues, like hardware bugs. I don't know if they were driver bugs or hardware bugs necessarily, but it was things like the sound driver had like a ridiculous amount of latency, so if you tried to share a video on Discord, it would just like completely go out of sync, or the adaptive brightness, you couldn't like turn it off on. You could turn it off on the Intel version, but you couldn't turn it off on the AMD version. There was all this weird shit, and then when you install Linux on it, it like all worked a lot better because the drivers just happened to be, the Linux drives happened to run better. So yeah, I actually have found that ironically the Surface laptops do run Linux better than Windows. I have a Lenovo AMD laptop with Linux, haven't had any issues with it. Hell yeah. I'm a big fan of Lenovo actually. But I'm a big fan of ThinkPads as well. Specifically it's ThinkPads, but Lenovo in general. Like, at one point I really wanted to get Lenovo to sponsor me, because I was like, I use a lot of Lenovo computers, so I could be like, it could be mutually beneficial. But they don't give a fuck about me. Not even slightly. Fortunately, I don't know any way to Hackintosh it. There is Ryzen Tosh, like, there is a community of people that get Hackintosh running on AMD, but it's a little, like, they've done a really good job, but a lot of stuff just doesn't really work because it relies on Intel instructions, or it assumes certain things that are only on Intel. Mine's on a ThinkPad, it's one of the 2-in-1s. Interesting, I see. Got an Asus Intel laptop, and so far it's all good. Windows 11 too, interesting. I use a lot of Asus like components, like my motherboard, but I don't know, I've never had a laptop from them. The AMD is not a Ryzen, it's a trash CPU. My laptop runs Minecraft at 5 FPS. Oh dear. I actually have a video, the next video that'll come out talks a little bit about really slow laptops. It's a fun one. It's a story time video, and I like this story. Of course I like it because I was in it, but I think you guys will like it as well. Lenovo makes great laptops, then proceeds to install McAfee on it. Yeah, I find that anytime I buy an OEM laptop, I usually reinstall. I usually do a clean install, especially back in the day. Nowadays, since like Windows 10, it's gotten better. But before then, in the XP and Windows 7 days, they would preload all manner of crap on your computer and on your laptop, and it was absolutely disgusting. I would always clean install after buying. Ryzen desktop CPUs are great. Ryzen laptop CPUs are not so good. That's interesting. I haven't heard about that before. I need to buy your Patreon, man. The couple day wait for the videos after announcement kills me. That's right. Give me your money. No, that's fine. I totally get it. I totally get that not everyone can do that. But that is one of the benefits you get. I remember AMD Hackintoshes were a thing at one point, but you had to run a custom kernel, which basically excludes you from updates since it will likely replace. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense because they probably have like Intel instructions baked into the kernel, or is it that the kernel can rewrite instructions to be AMD compatible if they need to be? The laptop I had from Lenovo had a confirmed keyboard issue. It was the model that was plagued by it, and they never fixed it. Damn. Yeah, that sucks. It's usually the ThinkPads are pretty isolated from hardware issues. It's not that it doesn't happen, but it's kind of their whole point is that they're a little bit more stable and reliable, but yeah, it does happen. What happens if you buy steering contest? I stare at the camera for as long as I can. I actually forgot that I had that. I at some point I was just writing like random rewards, and I just randomly thought that one up. And then I thought that I got rid of it because I was like, I don't know if that's even a good idea, but I guess I kept it. Woo, finally caught a stream. Hi all, welcome to the stream, Ezra. Thanks for... I keep saying thanks for stopping by, but that sounds like you're leaving. Thanks for coming in? Good enough. So, I actually have something that I've wanted to talk about for a while. It's a little bit self-indulgent because I'm going to be talking about one of my own videos. But I'm sure most people here are from my YouTube channel, so they probably have seen the Halo video that I put out 3 weeks ago. I actually have some interesting, like, behind-the-scenes information about it. Because this video was really hard to make and in ways that are completely unobvious. Or at least, I hope they are. I tried to make them as unobvious as possible. There are a lot of things that went wrong, and therefore a lot of things that had to be fixed. And I thought it'd be interesting to talk about them. So this video started around here. This was the first thing I recorded, was me playing Halo on the iMac. And already I knew that this was going to be like a complicated process because I needed to record not just my camera and my microphone, but also the computer and its sound, which can be a little complicated. Thankfully, I was able to route the iMac to my line in on my computer, so I was able to sort of record both. And then but where it really got complicated was this bit. The second, so there's a bit where this segment ends and a new segment begins where my hair is shorter. This segment was where Halo actually worked. And I felt really good about it because I was like, this is, it's all working, it's all, it's interesting, I thought, and it's fun. But there's something you'll notice if you look at these shots. So in this shot, light mode. Sorry about that. I'm not signed in. Can I? Oh, I can. Nice. There we go. Much better. Okay. So something you might notice about these shots is that here, you can see I've got my microphone in this shot. Here, I don't. Here's what happened. The first segment that I recorded, I had, well, what had happened was, as I was recording, and I was recording all my audio onto my my NAS, my network attached storage. I was recording straight to it. And there's a point where I get a crash report on this iMac, and I'm like, oh, I should send a crash report. Oh no, I'm giving myself money. Sorry about that. Oh no, anyone want some Pizza Hut? We're about to. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I'm gonna send the crash report, and there's a point where I realize I can't send the crash report because there's no Ethernet connected, and I'm like, oh, I think I can connect Ethernet, so I unplug. So I get this Ethernet, and I don't actually show where it comes from. It's actually the Ethernet that used to be plugged into my main computer. I like thought about it for a second, and I was like, I think I can do this. I think I can unplug the Ethernet from my computer and plug it into the iMac. Forgetting that I was recording my audio onto my NAS, onto my network attached storage, and it was only when I finished recording that I was like, oh, I've just like fucked the whole recording because I've unplugged the Ethernet cable mid-recording. And I thought, okay, it's not so bad. It's not so bad because I only did that in the second half of the recording, right? Not in the whole thing, only in the second half. So only that part is fucked. But as I pointed out earlier, there's actually no microphone here at all. And that's when I realized, actually, all the audio is fucked because there's a first half where the microphone is like completely in the wrong place, so I'm just sounding like this the whole time. This is the quality of the microphone. And then in the second half, the segment just has no microphone audio whatsoever. It has camera audio, but that is even worse. That's god awful. It's terrible. In fact, I might even be able to give a demonstration of what that sounds like. So this is my, yes, I think this is the camera audio. How's it sound, guys? What do you think? So the second half of the segment, this was the only audio I had. And then the first half of the segment was, it's not awful, you think? You think so? I can't actually hear it anymore. I can't hear what it sounds like. Hang on. Let me monitor it so I can hear it. Hello? Oh, okay. I mean, I guess it could be worse. It's just very echoey, and I feel like with the compressor and the effects and the limiter that I put on it, that it would just sound very obnoxious. Anyway, let me get rid of that. Okay, so it'd be bad for YouTube though. Yeah, pretty much. So the whole first segment basically had completely unusable audio. And I was like, shit. Because I felt like the recording had gone pretty well. And it wasn't scripted, so it was all like live reaction, and I was like, well, so I can't just re-record the script. I'd have to like do a live reaction a second time, which is exactly what I did. When you see the camera in shot, like here, it's take number 2. See, anytime you see the camera in shot, it's take number 2. Anytime you don't see the camera in shot, it's take 1, and I have ADR'd the audio in post. ADR, if you don't know, I forget exactly what it stands for. No, I don't mean alt disruptive technologies. Is dubbing, additional dialogue replacement. So any shot where you see me on screen and the microphone is not present in the shot, it's ADR. It's been dubbed in afterwards. Now, ADR is a common process in movies and TV shows. There are many reasons to ADR something. Usually, if like a recording fails, or if the performance wasn't quite right. I don't think a lot of people ADR their YouTube videos, and I think it really stands to it really demonstrates how much of a painful perfectionist I am. So this whole segment where I'm writing a crash report, because this only happened in the first take, there was no crash report in the second take. This whole section. Wait, why is it not making sound? Weird. Well, whatever. You can watch it yourself. This whole me typing the crash report, that's ADR. This the bit there's a when I first see the the menus, this all ADR. Entirely ADR. Man, I wish the sound was working so I could actually play the audio. Hang on. I can. Okay, it's working in this other browser instance, so I'll just briefly switch to that. Hang on. Up. This is. Oh shit. It's That was really fucking annoying of OBS to do that. Hang on. This one. Right. Right? I mean... Yes, okay. Here we go. This is all ADR. I mean, they did warn me. Yep, it's completely fake. Completely fake audio. It's all bad. It was all bad, this whole first take. So, yeah. So it's a combination of... So, the finished video, the finished segment that you see, is a combination of a second take which wasn't quite as good as the first take. This is why this all needed to be done, is because the second take wasn't quite as good as the first take. And then a lot of ADR. And it was very, very depressing. Thankfully, from any time that you see the microphone in shot, it's all good. So anything from like here onwards, it's all good audio. Anything from here backwards, or like from like here backwards is good audio. But this whole section in the middle was an absolute fucking nightmare. It was terrible. All right, well that should be a lot less. Oh yeah, then the whole crash report section. As much as I love an extreme lens flare, let's go. No, that's take 2
Crash this time.
This is ADR.
Get somewhere with this.
Entirely ADR because there's no
there we
mic.
go. Whoa! I can't walk. Also,
This is all ADR as well because the this is ADR but it's voiceover, so it's so I don't have to like match my lip movements.
Damn it! Damn
This is
it, I
ADR.
really wanted to beat that stage.
ADR.
Hate him.
This this was so annoying because not only did I have to match my lip movements, I also now had to type on a keyboard and match the keyboard sounds.
Me again. I've been enjoying the first
ADR.
2 minutes. Or
The keyboard sounds are also ADR.
but have struggled to get
ADR.
to the
So yeah, absolute nightmare. And yeah, like I said, it's a real character flaw of mine that I am such a perfectionist that I felt like I had to do that. Anyway. I respect the hustle to make the video work because some people would have given up. I wanted to give up. But no, I did believe in the video. I believed it would be good. So so I did want it. I did want to make it. But yeah. I appreciate everyone saying that I did a good job. I tried. And this is actually not the first time I've done something like this. There were other times. I'm trying to think. When else have I ADR'd myself? Not recently. Like maybe back in the game review days. Oh, I think so. Actually. Back in the game review days, I think there were times when I didn't yet use a lav mic. So I think there's like shots in... There's like live shots where I would record the sound and then I would ADR it later to make it sound good. Trying to think. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, there might be... If you can find an early game review of mine and there is not a microphone in the shot and you can't hear like clothing rustling noises from me like having a lav mic on, it's probably ADR. Worth the send report bit. It was funny. Hell yeah, I'm glad you think so. And I think part of it was also that I knew that video was a bit of a gamble because most people subscribe to me for like tech stuff, and I knew that this was not really a tech video. I remember even some people messaged me saying like, I thought you were gonna like fix it and like make the textures work properly, and I was like, nope, it's not that kind of video. It's just kind of me being goofy, and so I already felt like that was kind of asking something of the audience to like accept me being goofy, and I felt like if I was gonna do that and also ask them to accept like shitty audio quality, I felt like my whole audience would just revolt. So that's I think why. That was part of it. And so you might, like, I'm sure plenty of people didn't care for that video. And you might think that I put in a lot of effort for no reason. But, hey, I'm happy with how it turned out. It was a shitload of, like, work and it was an absolute nightmare, but I'm happy with how it turned out. What did you think of Sex, Gex, and KFC? I mean, it's the holy trinity, isn't it? I'm glad you did it. I'll have to do it at some point when I... when I have a chance. Yeah. I'm totally down. I would like to visit the UK again. It's been so long. It's been 4 years since I visited the UK. I know that whenever I say that, people shit on the UK. They're just like, why would you ever want to come here? It's a fucking shithole. And I'm like, I don't know. I think some parts of it are cool. Hang on. There we go. That's what I wanted. But I'd like to visit. Do you know the Safety Third podcast? I don't. What's that? How the fuck do you fix that? I don't know. Maybe you could like... Because the main problem is VRAM limitations, right? So... maybe you could like downsample all the textures like you're on a like you're trying to fit a Dreamcast game into a CDR. Oh, William Osman's podcast. I do watch William Osman. Again, I haven't seen him in a while. Quite similarly to 8-Bit Guy. It's one of those things where it's another one of those things where I'm in my don't watch them for 6 months phase, and will eventually be in my binge watch all of their videos for 2 weeks again. Solder on more VRAM. That's a good idea. Actually, I guess if you had like a Power Mac G3, one of the towers with the like PCI slots, you could get a graphics card. You could upgrade the graphics card, and then you'd have it running on a G3, but you'd have textures that works properly. Osman only puts out a video like every 6 months, lol, so you're probably only one video behind. That's true. You're not wrong. Oh, God. Anyways, thank you for indulging me on my Halo video behind the scenes. Just give it the N64 treatment in terms of textures. Yeah, basically. I mean, because that's a similar issue, right? Because the N64 only has like 4 kilobytes of texture memory, if I remember correctly. So you just gotta downsample the shit out of them, make them blurry as hell, but then they'll work. But you need that. You need one that's PCI, Mac compatible, and has enough VRAM, which is not a large choice. You're right, especially not now. There's like the kind of card that fits that criteria is probably selling on eBay right now for like $3,000. I saw that some of your videos from Patreon were posted on Reddit. Yeah, sounds about right. There are also the websites that are like dedicated to leaking Patreon links. I mean, I don't really mind all that. I mean, I would really prefer it if you didn't do that. But I mean, what can you do? If anything, I consider it a compliment that I'm popular enough to be pirated. Just rewrite Halo for Mac. Duh, true. When are we getting a Halo decomp? Then we can fucking just recompile it for Mac OS 9. Pull a Nintendo DMCA. I could DMCA, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's what I said. I could like waste a lot of time and energy on like making sure there's nothing out there, but I'd rather relax and just focus on the next on my upcoming videos. What would you recommend for a beginner streamer? In what sense? Like equipment or philosophy? Halo D-Make? Yes! Let's port Halo to the PS1! That would be sick. I'd actually be really into that. Like Halo with that 320 by 240 blocky polygons. Not gonna lie, I don't know what it is. I do know what it is. It has to be nostalgia, right? But there's something about these. Hang on, I'm bringing it up. There's something about this look that just makes me feel so warm and cozy. These hard, crispy cars on the PS1. And to be fair, on like a 13-inch CRT, it probably looks great. Like, it probably doesn't look nearly as crispy as it does when we're looking at it, you know, in extreme like close up like this. But yeah, for some reason, I've always found this like really nostalgic and sentimental. This look in particular. I know it's not for everyone. I know that a lot of people are just like, I mean, it's just graphics at 240p, but it's me. That's it's the It's the crispy polygons for me. Equipment, mic, and webcam. Your best webcam is actually not a webcam at all. It would be a real camera that's then connected through HDMI and a capture card. That'll usually be the best video quality. However, if you're like already like established and making money, I think. If you're just starting out, the most popular ones are like the C920, the Logitech C920. I'll do this really quickly. Yeah, this is like everyone's the best like starter webcam because 1080p and reasonably good quality, not super noisy. As for mics, you'd probably want like a 80-20-20. This would be like, it's not going to be quite as good as an SM7B, but it's going to be pretty good. Not a lot of noise and stuff like that. So, or you could always like if you're on a budget, you can go with like a Blue Snowball. That's probably not a good long-term mic, but it's a relatively affordable starter mic, I'd say. Matt, you have no idea how happy I am that you're streaming, RN. Hey, welcome to the stream, Bfrid3. Thanks for coming in. I'm happy you're here. There's a HyperX gaming headset with a really good built-in mic. Is there? I don't know anything about headsets. I only know bits and pieces about like big mics like this one. I've got a Blue Snowball, and honestly, it sounds good enough for most things I found. Yeah, it does. It's a big step up over like a webcam mic or even a phone mic. It's a great like if you want something that sounds good, it's a great like, well, there's a good starting point. I use a AT4040 with a Logitech Brio for my mic and webcam. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know much about those. I basically went straight from the C920 to this camera, which is the same camera I used to film my videos. But yeah, I think basically any Logitech webcam... What's this? Bfrid3 subscribed with Prime. Thanks for subscribing with the Bezos bucks. Remember, it is always morally correct to take those dollars away from Amazon and send them to your favorite streamer instead. Or me, alternatively. But thank you so much, I appreciate that. You can make your own mic out of some graphite rods. Sounds terrible, but it's cheap. Speaking of sounds terrible, do you want guess? Take a guess. Take a wild guess. What mic do you think I started with? Because my first mic that I made YouTube videos with, yeah, the first mic that I made YouTube videos with. What do you think it was? Bezos bucks to you. Yes. The funny mic? What's the funny mic? Is that an actual thing? The call center headset? No. I did have old headphones with a microphone when I was a kid, but I never used that for making YouTube. Apple inline mic? No. Shitty $10 comms mic? iPhone 4 mic? No. These are all good guesses, but no. Xbox 360 headset? I wish. No. What I originally recorded my videos with were some of these bad boys. That's right. SingStar MFs. Because it's a microphone and then it has a USB adapter. So it's got a mic preamp built in. So I didn't have to get like an interface or a mixer or anything like that. Just had to get the same mics that you could use on your PS2 and plug them in to my computer, and they did just recognize as a regular audio device. But here's the thing, the mic preamps weren't very good. they were still very noisy. Like, well, not very noisy. They were pretty noisy. They were cleaner than like just plugging it into your computer's line in and turning the gain up hella high. So it was a step up over that, but they were still pretty noisy. And I discovered a trick for removing the noise. Not like, because you could do automatic noise removal, but it would usually sound a bit like, a bit mediocre. Like it would add a lot of artifacts to my voice. So here's the trick that I learned after after months, maybe even after years of using these mics. Each of these is on a separate channel. One of them is the left channel and one of them is the right channel. And the noise was actually equal on both channels, which meant that if I plugged a mic into one of them and left the other empty, recorded in stereo, then split the channels, inverted the right channel, and subtracted it from the left channel, I get noise-free recordings. And I was like, yes! So that was my trick for the first 3 years of my YouTube career. I would record SingStar mics and do that invert the second channel to remove the noise. And that's how I got here's an old Let's Play of mine. Oh, damn it, there's still no sound. I have to figure this out off stream. Well, in which case I'll switch to... Give me 1 second. I'll switch to this browser real briefly. It's not... There we go. So, confront anyone. And I'm sure you all know that now. Ever since this game came out, stealth has become a very common genre, like Splinter Cell, the Thief series. So this is all SingStar mic, and I have to say, it's not great sounding. Like, it doesn't have the best clarity in the world, but it is pretty noise-free.
Elements in like Assassin's.
I am dull as shit. Like, it's a terrible voiceover, but not bad. Actually, I'm surprised because I'm going back to this in after 10 years. Matt, why are you looking at an MGS1 Let's Play? It's not just any MGS1 Let's Play. It's my MGS1 Let's Play. I'm imagining you holding it like you're singing karaoke while you're playing MGS Great Mental Image. No, thankfully not. I didn't have to hold it. However, and honestly, it would have been bad if I did hold it because there would have been too much handling noise because they weren't very insulated or anything like that. There was a lot of handling noise. But the mic stand I was using was a complete homemade hack. You'll see exactly what I mean. You remember anyone had those metal coat hangers? Those ones that they have a hook at the top and then it's just a triangle. Well, turns out you can bend those into this shape and put a microphone through it. And again, that was my mic stand for the first 3 years of my YouTube career. This mic stand, SingStar mic, and audio hacks to reduce the noise. Not bad. You sound really bored. I wasn't bored. I was just. It takes time, and I think you'll find most people are like this. That when they start recording, they're not really sure what to do. They're not really sure how to talk. So they're just yeah, hey guys, welcome to my Metal Gear Let's Play. They probably don't talk with their friends like that. They just haven't learned how to talk to an audience yet, or talk to into a microphone. It's an acquired skill. You have to learn it. That's why a lot of people, when they first hear their voice, they're like, I sound like that. You get used to it over time, but also you just get better at it. I think it's a combination. You get better at speaking, and you also get used to it. So now when I listen to myself, I'm completely used to it. Like, it doesn't sound weird to me at all anymore. It sounded less like you wanted to jump. If you sounded less like you wanted to jump off a building, it'd be fine. I mean, I'll take that. I'll take that as a compliment. I'll go with that. I wonder if, like, because that video came out in 2012, or that Let's Play, which was probably a little late. I wonder if I did that in like 2007 or 2008, if I would have gotten Retsu Parade. That would have been fucking funny. I would have loved to have gotten. Actually, at the time, I don't know if I would have loved it, but today I would have loved it if I gotten Retsu Parade. You played MGS1 and compared it to Assassin's Creed. Did I? There's a joke video on that channel as well where I'm like making fun of Metal Gear Solid. Or no, I'm making fun of Navigator reviewing Metal Gear Solid. What happened to Matt KC music? It's still there, isn't it? Hang on. Is there no more Matt KC music? Yeah, it's still here. Yeah, it's still here. And so are the ads. So everyone, forget buying a Google Pixel. Don't let the ads get to you. I made YTPs. No, I did. Yeah. In fact, I've always liked YTPs, and I've always kind of wanted to do more of them. The only reason I don't is because they can be very time consuming, and it's almost impossible to make like a lot of ad revenue to like make a living doing them, because usually they get DMCA'd like immediately. So talk about resourceful. I appreciate that. I was really just extremely poor. Well, no, that makes it sound like I was like struggling for meals. No, my family was doing perfectly fine. But I just didn't. I, as a kid, didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have a job yet, so it was just like finding stuff around the house to make things work. We had to record a presentation once, and I had to be in the video, so I taped my headset to a stick and used a hoodie as my green screen. Nice. I love tricks like that. Anything you can do to get something to work. Yeah. How do you get the little music thing? I think it might just be an option in the settings that like you set your channel to a music channel. I don't remember there being anything particularly involved with that. Just that, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a setting. Will you play GeoGuessr? If people want to play GeoGuessr, we also have Weemfi. This should be working. I did enable OpenHost, so we should be able to play Weemfi as well. Maybe I'll do a poll a little bit later on. When is the new music coming? It's a good question. The thing is, I just haven't, especially when I'm in these cycles of like releasing videos twice a month, I just don't really have time to like, because music is a very experimental process. You don't sit down and say, I'm going to make a song today, and then a song is produced, and then you just put that out. It's very much a process of, I mean, professional musicians might be able to do that, but as like from like an artistic perspective, it's very much a process of like inspiration, and it kind of requires time for you to sit down and get inspired and play around, experiment with things, and see if something starts going somewhere. And I just haven't really had time to do that recently, so that's kind of where I'm at. I absolutely want to make more music. There's like a bunch of half-finished songs I have sitting around. But yeah, like I said, just haven't gotten around to it. I had the bright idea of playing SingStar with my family on Christmas night. The way I did that, I soft-modded my PS2 and used SMB, LAN cable to my PC, to use ISO files. Okay. It's also the only method to get SingStar working with the microphones besides getting a legit copy. Really? Does it not work on like ESR versions? I couldn't just take my whole brick PC downstairs in the living room though. I got my mom's shitty ass laptop and configured everything on there to make it work on my PS2. It was a garbled mess of wires, but it somehow worked. Hell yeah. That's cool. I've been really getting into the fact that the PS2 has SMB support, because now that I have a NAS in my house, it's an apartment, I I can now just have ISOs on there, and I can play them on emulator and on PS2, and just have them all in one place. I think that's actually a really nice feature. And I kind of wish more consoles, more soft mods had that feature. I know that on the PS2 it kind of developed out of necessity because slim PS2s don't have hard drives and their USB is shit. So I recognize that they did it because they felt they had to, but I actually think it's kind of a cool feature in general. Music is science. Make the songs on stream. I could try. I don't know if that'd work though. I generally don't like working on stream just because it's like trying to type while people are like staring over your shoulder. It's like, yeah, it just starts to feel like I just start to feel like self-conscious about it. Did you ever do really dangerous stuff as a kid? What do you mean dangerous? Do you mean like life-threatening, or do you mean like just stuff that would get me in trouble? Because I was certainly mischievous. I did a lot of things that got me in trouble, but I never did anything that was like life-threatening. Trying to think. Usually, if I did something that was mischievous, it'd be like, I just like steal candy while not from like supermarkets. Just like if my parents were like, you can have one candy, and I while they weren't looking, I'd take like 10 and then run to my bedroom and hide. Just like stuff like that. At school, I would I'd get in a lot of feuds with people. I made chloroform once. Okay, I never did anything like that. No, I would say generally no. Nothing dangerous. Mostly just I mostly just got up to a lot of mischief. Aside from YouTuber / work stuff, what do most people keep on their NAS? Porn mostly. True. No. I mean, the reason I set it up was because of YouTube, because I needed a place to store like large amounts of video and have it in shared locations. But I've actually found it a really convenient place to put like games, like ROMs and ISOs. Movies is good because you can have like a torrent server. I mean, not a torrent server. And you can have it download to your NAS, and then those files are accessible anywhere. You can also have. It's also just useful, like for transferring, like if you just need a file from one computer to another computer, rather than having to like go to the effort of finding a flash drive and plug it in. Or having to like upload it to Google Drive. You can just copy it to the NAS and then on the other computer copy it off. So yeah, I find it just really convenient now that I have one. Like, as I said, originally I did set it up just for YouTube, but ever since that, I've just found it convenient as like a centralized location of storage for my for between computers. +1 for plus Plex server. True, yeah. So yeah, usually I just did a big upgrade to my NAS recently, which was I went from 8 terabytes to 24, which is an obscene amount of space. But the reason I did it was because I wanted to get more into like preservation and archiving things, and so I wanted to be able to store more stuff. I wanted to be able to, like, I have we've gradually tracked down every language of Lego Island, and currently those are all sitting on Google Drive, and I have local copies of all of those things, but that takes up like a few gigabytes, and I want to be able to do more of that, where like obviously you have the stuff in the cloud so it's accessible to everyone, but you never know if that stuff's going to be taken down, so you need to have local copies of that stuff too. So that's another reason that that's another thing that I've started using my NAS for, and one of the reasons I upgraded it to to use a lot more storage. What is a NAS? Network attached storage. So all it is basically you have a computer or other dedicated device that sits on your network and is 24/7 available to serve files. I have mine doing a couple other things as well. I have it also. It's also a BitTorrent server for completely legal things, obviously. And as well as I used to run more on it. I used to run a Minecraft server on it as well, just because it was there. And I also used to run a Ghidra server on it for like reverse engineering. I ended up moving both of those things to a VPS though, because that's more reliable. So, so a lot of like public serving stuff, it's better on a VPS. But because I have a home server running, I sometimes run extra stuff on it. Play Minecraft with the chat. We could do that at one point. How did you set up a torrent server? It's pretty simple. It runs Ubuntu server, and I just installed qBittorrent NoX. It's or qBittorrent Nox is like it's the name it has in the package repository, and what that means is it's basically a non-graphical version of qBittorrent, which is my favorite torrent application. And if you just run that, it has it doesn't have a UI, but it does have a web interface. So it hosts like an HTTP server, so you can like log into it on your network, and it has like all the stuff you need for managing your torrents on there. What is a torrent server? So to get into it, if I wanted to really thoroughly explain, I have to explain how torrents and BitTorrents work, but I don't. I feel like most people probably know what that is. Basically, a thing that downloads and serves files, essentially. Piracy, troll. What are you talking about? I download completely legitimate things on there, like Linux distributions, which is true. A terminal interface to download torrents to a NAS. It's better than that. It's a web interface. So it runs as like a background console-only service, but then you can also access it through a web interface. Like it runs an HTTP server, and you just go to your server's IP address and the port. I think by default it might run on like 8080 or something. So it's still graphical. It's just not a graphical program. It's a web interface. Do you download music? Not generally. Nowadays I just stick to streaming services. It's only if I really like music, then I'll usually like buy it on like Bandcamp or something, because if I want to hold on to it and I want to support the artist. Can you or are you able to create an online shopping website or online shop for your merch without using Shopify or Squarespace? Well, you absolutely can. I just would be weary of it because you're handling like payment information. If it's like physical products, you're handling like home addresses and stuff like that. So I think you absolutely can. You could get like PayPal integration or Stripe integration. Yeah, you could absolutely do it. It's just that there's a lot more. There's a lot of ways things can go wrong if you like roll software yourself. And a store is one of the worst places for things to go wrong. So yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, it's completely legal stuff. Why would I be using BitTorrent for piracy? I only use it for downloading real things, like Linux distributions. I mean, when it is true that when I download a Linux ISO, I usually do use the torrent just because it's usually faster. So yeah, because if a torrent has a lot of Cs, then it usually is pretty fast, which is nice. Well, what do you guys think? So I'll run a poll. Here we go. I am interested in playing GeoGuess or Weemfi. And I'm going to create a poll so you guys can tell me if either of them appeal to you. In my country, piracy is legal, but using the things that you download for commercial use is illegal. Interesting. In Romania, yeah. EU seems that the schism seems to be America is easier on like, or it's less strict on like on like free speech and stuff like that, and EU is less strict on like copyright and stuff like that. That seems to be the like the schism, the difference. In fact, technically, I don't think, to be fair, I think technically the US doesn't have a, I'm not a lawyer, so don't quote me. I think technically the US doesn't have a piracy law per se. It has a law against monetizing pirated things, but I don't know if it has a law against just copying things. I think that's always enforced in end-user license agreements. Why is your couch so long? Every stream, someone asks me this, and I've been meaning to put out a clip because I explained it a couple months ago. I've been meaning to put that out as a clip so that it can be, so that I can point to people and say like, yeah, I talked about the story over here. Watch this video. But it hasn't happened yet. Basically, I don't know. It was given to me by a friend or a friend's family, and I was just like, cool, free couch. So, yeah. Don't exclamation point couch. I probably should put something there. Like I said, maybe if I put a video out, I'll link it in exclamation point couch, so I can pirate ships in the USA legally. Maybe. The US does have the DMCA, which I believe if you're not like based in the US, like if you're not a citizen, if your company is not based in the US, you don't technically have to respond to DMCAs. Obviously, a lot of very powerful companies will get pissed off if you don't, but legally, I don't think you have to. I think you only have to legally respond if you're based in the US. Whoever on the high seas commits the crime of piracy as defined by the law of nations and is afterwards brought into or found in the United States shall be imprisoned for life. Is that actual? What are you quoting that from? Ha! I'm in Germany. Interesting. I've always wanted to visit Germany. I know that. So this is something that. Oh, the poll finished and I didn't even check the results. GeoGuessr won. Okay, we'll play some GeoGuessr in a minute. The EU has introduced a law that allows, or it legalizes decomp for the purposes of fixing bugs, like fixing bugs that could only be solved by decompiling it. I think that's a great law because I want to be able to, as someone who's interested in preservation and archiving and history, software preservation. I want to be able to do things like that, but the US does not have such a law. I don't think Australia has such a law, and I guess if the EU introduced it, then maybe even the UK doesn't have such a law. So, but I'm hoping that becomes more commonplace. We'll see. We'll see if we'll see if that's if it does or not. EU court rule. Just want to double check my sources. So the decomp must be necessary to use the program for its intended purpose, including the correction of errors. I assume this is recent. No, I shouldn't read this on stream because it's probably very boring, but I assume what it's saying is that you can't just decomp it and call it your own. You actually have to be correcting errors. You have to have a good reason to do it. But I think generally people do have a good reason to do it. Germany isn't that great. Don't go here, although I don't really visit anywhere. I feel like everyone says that about their own country. Like, I say that about Australia. I'm like anyone... Sometimes people are like, oh, I really want to visit Australia. Do you have any recommendations? I'm like, I don't know. I wouldn't visit Australia. Decomp should always be legal. I can take apart my car and see how it works and change how it works. Why not my software? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the argument would be that, like, you can't then redistribute your car to, like, thousands of people. But I also feel like if that's the only way to, like, get the software to continue working in, like, modern computers, and the original publishers aren't bothering to, like, make the game available, update it, or anything like that, then I feel like, well, we have a legal gray area term for that, which is abandonware, but that's not a legal definition. That's a, if anything, it's a cultural definition. It's, we think the companies don't care enough to enforce their copyright anymore. I think we should have a legal definition of abandonware. I think there should be a legally protected thing called abandonware. Bro, how do you type so fast? It may sound like I'm typing faster than I really am because it's a clicky keyboard, so there's a click for down and a click for up. So it might sound like I'm typing twice as fast as I am. But I've been typing basically my whole life, like since I was 4 years old. And I've just always, like, when you type for as long as me, eventually you the more you type, the faster you get. So do you think it is easier to start streaming on Twitch or YouTube? I've been thinking about this a lot recently. I actually have some thoughts about this. Twitch has two things going for it, in my opinion. The interface is, as a viewer, is much better on Twitch. Like, the chat works better, finding, like, people that you're followed, or people that you follow, I mean, and seeing when they're live, all of that is better on Twitch. As well as the culture. This is a kind of more nebulous thing. I think culture generally is better on Twitch. People are a little bit more, like, chill. You don't get so many, like, random kids just, like, showing up and being like, I don't know, just shitting up the chat with, like, spam. That being said, there is almost no discoverability on Twitch. Most people get bigger on Twitch by promoting on other platforms like Instagram or YouTube or TikTok. So, and it's true, almost all the Twitch people I follow, either they're friends or I found them on YouTube. I found them through, like, clips or something like that. Unless Twitch specifically puts you on the front page, it's almost impossible to find anyone. YouTube is much better for discoverability. I hear that nowadays YouTube gives you a lot more money than Twitch does for, like, the same amount of viewers, hours, and all of that. So YouTube is a better monetization platform. I'm trying to think. Is that it? Well, also, it might be worth mentioning that YouTube is obviously investing a lot into live right now. They're poaching a lot of people from Twitch to boost their live facilities or their profile. The expectation is that YouTube will be getting better as a live streaming platform because they've started investing a lot of money into it. So I think it may be easier to start out on YouTube just because you get that discoverability. Whereas on Twitch, you... Yeah. I don't know. I think it's probably easier on YouTube. Twitch has a lot of advantages, and that's why I stream on Twitch at the moment. But I think outside of like user experience and culture, I think YouTube is probably a better platform. YouTube always has more quality options, but Twitch, they show quality options whenever they feel like it, or if you get partnered. That's also true. Yeah, Twitch will go to the effort of transcoding your streams down if you're a partner, or if there's not a lot of congestion at that specific time. Because I am not a partner, you might have to be watching this in the original quality that I stream it at, which might suck if you're on a shitty internet. So yeah, I think YouTube is probably the pro for a beginner. The pros probably outweigh the cons, but it's but I feel like also the Twitch user experience and the culture is a very big. They are very big pros. So it's up to you. You weigh those up how you see fit. I know you might see that exact behavior in larger stream chats with little moderators. Yeah, you mean on Twitch? Yeah, that might be the case. But I'm just talking about like sub 10 viewers and below. Bro, wait. In Romania, the internet is cheap. $7.78 per month for 1,800 download and 1,000 upload. What the fuck, bro? I'm moving to Romania. Do you actually get good internet in Romania? Good cheap internet? That's sick. I didn't know that. Damn. Yeah, I pay more than that for much shittier internet, so. But that's kind of how it is in the US and Australia. I've lived in two countries that both kind of have crappy internet. Hope Google doesn't do that thing where they just stop caring about certain projects and suddenly stops putting effort into it. Yeah, there is that. Anyone remember the YouTube One initiative? Is that actually what it was called, or did I get that wrong? First world experience, he was first world prices, eye roll. Bruh. I'm not finding anything about it. I'm just trying to... Oh! I must have gotten that completely wrong. The YouTube Original Channel Initiative. Anyone remember the YouTube Original Channel Initiative? Google Plus, to be fair, Google Plus, I don't think ever really got a sizable user base. So eventually, it's like the shoe would have to drop eventually. The day Google Plus died was the day we achieved world peace. True. I remember. I'm just glad they don't forcibly integrate it into YouTube anymore. Because I never tried to use Google Plus, but I do remember having a YouTube account back then and being forced to like set up a YouTube Plus like profile page or some shit like that. The YouTube original channel initiative, people don't really talk about this anymore, and people don't even, I feel like a lot of people didn't even know it was a thing, but basically it was this thing that they were doing in 2012 where they funneled a shitload of money into a bunch of content, and that's how we got shows that I really like Bee and Puppy Cat, this is actually a good show, or Bravest Warriors, this is actually a good show. We all got that all came out of the YouTube original channel initiative. And then they just was sort of like, oops, never mind, we're not funding you anymore. And so both of these shows were like forcibly on hiatus for like 6 years because all of their funding just evaporated. And eventually the problem with those shows in particular is that they're animation shows that are targeted towards like teenagers and young adults, and apparently most media companies are like they see animation as either something only for kids or something really extreme for like adults. Not necessarily really extreme, but like it's either for kids or it's for adults. They're not interested in teen or young adult content. So they struggled to find funding for years. They eventually, I believe they did find, both of those shows found funding, but it took a long time because YouTube just kind of gave up on this whole thing. Google Hangouts was WhatsApp, but for people who can't afford WhatsApp. I actually did use Hangouts briefly, only because it had a feature where, like, back in the day, if you Skype, you could screen share on, but you couldn't have both people screen sharing at the same time. You could only have one person screen sharing at once. Hangouts actually allowed two people to screen share at once. Now, of course, you can just do that on Discord, but back in the day, there was that's what I used to use Hangouts for. YouTube Red, yeah. I mean, technically that's still around. I actually think YouTube Red is still a better name than YouTube Premium. That being said, I know why they changed it is because of the constant comparisons to RedTube. Lamau. Scare PewDiePie 2. That was a premium series, wasn't it? That wasn't an original channel initiative, I don't think. But I remember that was a big deal for a while, and then they were like, oops, PewDiePie is radioactive and we don't want anything to do with him anymore. Which, I mean, I get it, but yeah. But wasn't WhatsApp a paid service originally? I vaguely remember it becoming free. I don't remember. Yeah. I couldn't tell you. Couldn't say. Anyway. Let us begin jessing the geos. I just have to log in real quick. Oof. Stand by as I log in. Which is more complicated than it should be because I reinstalled my OS and my password manager database is not where it should be. Your passwords are so long. No, this is not a password yet. This is me. This is me just acquiring my my password manager database. They could have thought of something more original than Premium. True. Even Twitch Turbo is a better name than YouTube Premium. And it doesn't have to be a color. It doesn't have to be Twitch Purple or Twitter Blue, which, by the way, is a terrible name. I hate the name Twitter Blue. YouTube Deluxe? That's not bad. The only thing is that it's Deluxe sounds like a kind of a car wash sort of thing. I don't know if that might just be me that has that association, but YouTube car wash service. Don't give them any ideas. Google is working on a self-driving car, last I checked. I haven't heard about it for a while, but then I read an article recently that said that they were still working on it. YouTube Good. YouTube Good Edition. YouTube Better Edition. See, I came up with that. Gonna file a trademark on that one. That one, people are gonna love YouTube Better Edition. Google Unevil. No, it's too late for that. Remember Google's fucking slogan used to be "Don't be evil," and then they just completely like. Firstly, they ditched the slogan. Well, actually, I guess it probably happened the other way around. They became very evil, and then they ditched the slogan entirely. They were like, "Oops, never mind. It happened anyway." Why is this? I'm trying to like. I'm trying to. Hey, welcome to the stream, Lagsif. Thanks for coming in. Big fan, glad to finally catch a stream. Hell yeah, welcome to the stream, Import. We're just about to play some GeoGuessr. Except my login is not working, which is very embarrassing. Okay. Think I got it. Bro, you trying to hack the Pentagon? What's going on? Hang on. No, I got it. I got it. Other than a checkmark, what does Twitter Blue do? It's a good question, actually. I don't know. And the checkmark is recent, whereas Twitter Blue, I think, has been around for a while. Fuck. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Sorry, I explained this early in the stream, but I reinstalled my whole OS between now and the last stream. So a lot of things are not where they're supposed to be. And that's why I keep having to do like random shit. Anyway. Oh shit. Here we go. Alright. Come and join my game, I think. Or that might actually not be the link. This might be the link. I think that's gotta be it. Are all of my... Oh, all my commands are missing. Huh. Well, I'll have to fix those later. Okay. Yes, go ahead and make an account. If you need the link, I'll go ahead and add it to the bot even so. GeoGuessr. So if you type in !GeoGuessr or click that link that I've just posted, you should end up in the lobby to play GeoGuessr. Hey Matt, do you want the link to the cheap Romania internet? I think, yeah, sure. Send it again. I think I saw someone send it earlier, but I didn't click it. Longer videos, 1080p videos, NFT PFPs, and space tabs. What the hell is space tabs? Bro, that's trash. True. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if you were a prolific Twitter video maker, then maybe that would be interesting. But I don't think most people use Twitter that way. Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the stream, Bob Santa. We're just about to play some GeoGuessr together. If you're interested in joining, type !GeoGuessr and click the link. But yeah, I don't know. I get that, you know, they should probably find methods of monetization that are not ads, because like, yeah, just because. But I don't know. I don't know if any of those are particularly enthralling to most users. Okay, seems like we've got a good amount of people here. Just to... Alright, just for people who are still coming in, I will give you 1 minute 30. In the meantime, can we get this in dark mode? Thanks, buddy. Oh, shit, my timer's gonna be fucked. I have to write it again. Well, we were roughly around 120, so... In 120, I will start the game and we will play some GeoGuessr. Also, wait, you need Twitter Blue to have an NFT PFP. Nah, people probably have NFT PFPs without Twitter Blue. I would have thought so, because for a while, they seemed like they were everywhere, and I doubt they were all spending money on it. Then again, I don't know. Alright, hang on. Let's look at Romanian internet real quick. Been watching a vid for quite a while. Now your last vid is making me want to try making a Hackintosh on a spare drive. My Haswell desktop sounds cool. Hell yeah, you should do it. Obviously, you'll probably have to set aside like a whole day, but because it takes a bit. But there's no reason it shouldn't work. All right, let's look at some Romanian internet. No, I do not want notifications. 500, 1,000, and 2,000. But actually 480, 940, and 1,800. But that's fine. Gosh, that's so basically 2 gig, just under 2 gig download and just under 1 gig upload. For how much is that? Bruh, less than $8. Excuse me? Unbelievable. For 2 gig down. Bruh, I'm moving to Romania. I have to after learning that. What am I supposed to do? Not... Oh, we're out of time. But I'm still freaking out over the Romanian internet. What am I supposed to do? I'm paying like $50 a month for 100 down. Fucking ridiculous. Alright, anyway. That's sad. Internet is sad in where I live, but at least it's not as bad as when I lived in Australia, so whatever. Alright, let's go. Don't drop your wallet. Alright, here we go. We are playing GeoGuessr. Oh, there's no music. Well, here we go. Let's just play my normal music then. Alright, what are we looking at? They drive on the right, so it's only most of the world. Most of the world drives on the right. Sorry, I need to make a note to fix that next stream. Okay. Oh, look, a sign. Huh, a Catholic school, all English. So is this America? It doesn't look super American though. I guess there is that yellow line in the center of the road is pretty American. Definitely America? Yeah. For some reason, this kind of like, the style of these houses and the fact that the road isn't fucking like 10 meters wide made me think it was going to be Europe. Canada? It could be Canada. Ireland easy. No, Ireland drives on the left, don't they? The houses are huge, which is quite American, though. I feel like it's got to be somewhere like... It could be Canadian. Except that I don't see any French. You would expect some French on the signs if it was Canada, on the government signs. No holes in the road, can't be America. True. Hold on. Just saw sign. Here we go. I feel like it's got to be somewhere like historical. Oh, no way. I was thinking if it was America though, we'd be seeing a shitload of American flags everywhere. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for being Thanks for being American but in Canada. It's not. It doesn't. It's cold-ish because these are steep roofs, but it's not. It doesn't look super cold. I'm gonna say, it's probably somewhere outside, like suburban Toronto is what I'm gonna say, unless I find any other information. Shit! I picked U.S. I was close. I was like. You heard me say, I felt like there'd be more French around. Oh, kilometers per hour. Well, it's definitely not America now. All right, well, that's my guess. I don't know if we can get any closer than that. I'm guessing suburban Toronto. Ooh. Not bad. Oh, shit. For a guess, that's not bad. I was so worried. I was like, it could be like... I was actually worried it was going to be Vancouver, like suburban Vancouver. Or Kingston. I could have imagined it would have been Kingston. I felt like it wouldn't be Quebec though, because that would be very French. I picked Ohio. Hey, I mean Ohio's close, just over the lake, really. A friend went to St. Bridget Catholic School before moving to my area. Easy guess for me. Really? Is it you? This one? Oh shit! No, I don't want to. Don't need to see more. 19Ks. I'll take that. Hang on. Oh, is that internet in Poland because of the .pl? I'll check that after the game. You got it wrong somehow? Damn. Oh, is there another St. Bridget Catholic school? That's so depressing if you got confused because there was another one. All right, well, okay. That looks like Spanish on this. It says Electrica, but I don't actually know that for sure. I can't be certain. Oh, hang on. What's this say? No, this doesn't look. No, this doesn't look. This looks Italian, right? It's Spain? Oh, okay. That double Z, that double Z, that feels Italian to me. Spanish architecture, that's Italian. Well, which is, I feel like it's gotta be Italy, right? I retract. Okay. It's rural-ish. It's definitely not a large city, but there are plenty of houses. It's not just like farmland. I'm saying it's got to be northern because it's pretty mountainous, but I don't actually know. Let's start moving. See if we can get closer to civilization. This looks a little promising as far as getting closer to civilization. Not northern, maybe southern, but not too southern. Interesting. To be fair, yeah, my knowledge on Italy is not super good. Ooh, it's a lot of trash. My knowledge is not super good, because I've never been. I only know kind of vaguely that like the north is relatively mountainous, but it could be like that in the south as well. I found the sea. Oh, we're close to a coast, are we? Interesting. You're Australian, right? Yes. Correct. Though I'm not currently living in Australia. If that's a point of confusion. But I grew up there. I spent the first 25 years of my life there. I don't love the lack of signs. Venice is barely Italy, though. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'll pick somewhere near a coast just because someone said they found the ocean, but I don't know. Fuck. Whoever said... Well, you were absolutely right. It was south. Right near the ocean. Southwest. You're absolutely right. The only reason I didn't go with that is just because I wanted to find, like, I wanted to find a sign that would have, like, a place name on it. Check the unfinished project. Oh yeah. I think that might actually be the only video I've talked about it. I'm trying to think, because usually there's no real reason to bring it up, except for I might have alluded to it in the Wii U video as well. Because I had an Australian tablet and an American console. Okay. North is the Alps. I didn't think that southern though. I thought it was more southern. Yeah, that looks Spanish. I mean, fuck, I've got Italy on the brain now. Yeah, this looks pretty Spanish. Santos Años, I think. Maybe it's Anjos. Tech stream, GeoGuessr. Oh, I guess I should change that. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Portuguese. I always get caught up on that. Portuguese looks I don't know much about either language, so my only like way of distinguishing them is that Portuguese looks a little like Spanish, but not quite. That's my only way of distinguishing them, which is obviously extremely suboptimal. Brazil or Portugal? I could believe Brazil. It looks like there's a lot of like... Yeah, it does look... I could absolutely see this as being South America. I've just bought a plane ticket to Australia before checking how expensive everything is. So honestly, I think I'll throw it away. Oh my god. Anyway, living cheap in Australia without staying in party hostels. I mean, if you stay in really rural areas, yeah, but it is the cost of living is a big problem in Australia. Like, because I moved where I live now is a high cost of living area. I live in Southern California, but like, but I think about it sometimes. I'm like, I wonder if where could I live that's cheaper? And I'm like, I could move back to Australia, but I'm like, actually no, because I'd probably be paying almost pretty much exactly the same. Like, it would probably cost about the same to live to be living in Australia right now as it does to live in Southern California. Oh no, not California. Yeah, I'm afraid so. Shit, I'm not getting any hints about this. I feel it's gotta be Brazil. There is a sign that says São Brás. Can I find that somewhere on here? Maybe not that close to the sea. Oh, problem is Brazil is such a big country. It's completely making a guess there. Alright. Where were we? Well, we were here, which is obviously completely distinguishable from over here. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a throw, but yeah, I wasn't getting any hints. At least it's the right country. Yeah, the concerning thing about Brazil is that it's like Russia. You can know it's Brazil or you can know it's Russia, but you could be on the whole other side of the country and then get 0 points despite knowing with absolute certainty what the country was. Not too bad. Yeah, it could have been worse. Could have been worse. Just not wonderful. Come to Brazil, Matt Blues. I mean, if there's a good reason, if there's some cool to check out, absolutely. I love traveling. Haven't done it in a long time, not since pre-pandemic really, but I used to be going to a lot of countries. Like in 2018, I went to US, UK, Singapore, sort of Japan. That was kind of late 2017, but in the same sort of time period. In 2019, I did America and Japan. I think that might have been it actually. But yeah, sad. I miss traveling more. Bonjour, nerds. I'm not a nerd. I'm a cool jock. Anyway. The west side of Russia has Google Maps, east side barely does. Yeah, that tends to work, but I found a GeoGuessr plot me like up here, and I would be like guessing down here, and it would still be like over 1,000 Ks away. Come to Romania, a Wii for less than $1. Yes, that's what I want. And the internet, yeah, that's what I need. I need that internet. Okay, I don't know that language off the top of my head, but maybe there's more hints around. Is this gonna be Brazil again? Hello, love your videos, Matt. Thanks for saying that. Welcome to the stream, Roshan231. Sorry, I'm a little distracted because I'm trying to like get this, trying to figure out where this is in the time period. But thanks for coming in. I'm glad you like my stuff. I'll give you my Wii for 4 Robux. What's the exchange rate on Robux right now? Like, is that becoming a is that becoming a good crypto investment? It's Italy again? I mean, it could be. I couldn't reliably say no yet. Oh, cool. Just reached the complete end of the road. Maybe that truck has something on it. Junik. That doesn't tell me anything. Robux is more stable than the euro? Sick. Yeah, I feel like I should put all my money into Robux right now and then just sell it when the market comes back up. More stable than England? Yeah, it does seem like it. I feel bad for you guys in England. It seems like there's a lot of like uncertainty about the pound. You got a revolving door of prime ministers. It feels like everyone has a lot of anxiety right now, and I feel bad for you guys. I really do. Balkan, maybe? That's a Fiat? I could absolutely believe Balkan. Somewhere around here. Problem is, I did not recognize that language at all. That's complete guess. Alright, go the other way. Bulgaria? Bulgaria would have Cyrillic though, wouldn't it? Because or maybe not. Ugh. God, I don't know this language at all. Shit. I gotta focus. I gotta focus because I only got 17 seconds and absolutely no clue. Alright, well. What the fuck? What? My guess was actually like not bad. In fact, my first guess was even better. If I hadn't shifted my pin, I think I would have actually, I think I actually would have done really well. What on earth? Albania. Do they speak Albanian? Yeah, okay. That's why I didn't know that language. I'm sorry. I should be more familiar. The only thing I know about Albania is Dua Lipa and Bibi Rexha. Oh, what the hell? Weird. I don't know what's happening on stream right now, but my computer has frozen. Hang on. I don't even know if I got into that next round or not. Hang on. Can I see my chat? I don't know what is going on right now. F. Oh, am I down? Hello. Yes. Uh, what I was saying was, yeah, my whole computer froze, so I just reset it as quickly as I could. I said, congratulations, Dan. Well done on your win. Also, yeah, round 5 not applicable because I didn't get to. I don't even know where round 5 took place. So, big sad. All right. Well, how about we do one more game. This is where we are if you want to join. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what exactly happened. I think there was a graphics card issue cuz like I clicked something and my whole the whole computer froze and it like flickered black, and then when it came back it was still pretty unresponsive, so I just kind of went in and restarted my display manager, so now we're here. Invite to the Discord. I should have that, but I don't because oh, actually I might. Because all of my previous commands disappeared after... There they are. Okay. I can actually restore them. Wonderful. So I have to restart my bot real quick. Restore the commands. Bring this back, refresh this, and now... Ooh. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Now... There we go. This is why you don't reinstall your computer, I guess. What's your typing speed? We did a type racer a couple streams ago, and it was only like... on that day, I was feeling a little tired, but on that day, it was like 104 words per minute. I think if I have enough energy and I'm like... I've like warmed up for it, I think I could get 120. Matt, did your mouse get really slow after the poo-poo moment? No, it wasn't slow, it just wasn't like... But the mouse was actually fine, I just couldn't click on anything. You just flashbanged like 30 people. Yeah, sorry about that. Check the prices of internet in my country. Okay. While I'm checking, feel free to join, and once I'm done checking, we'll start the game. This is Poland, I assume. Sorry, I know I'm a pleb using translate. That's 50, no, that's 60 puln. Oof! What the heck? 1 gigabit per second for 80 puln. Whoops. $17? See, at first these numbers look pretty spot on because like this is how much like if these were US dollars, this would seem about right. But the fact that they are not US dollars is like shit. It's actually really cheap. Maybe I should go to Poland. I'm gonna run a poll. Should I move to Poland or Romania? There you go. Not bad. I want a sport competition where doping is allowed. I want to see how far you can push a meat bag before it dies. What the hell? Am I going to get an invite to the Discord though? Yeah, type in !Discord and you'll get it. There's also a link further up in the chat. But if you just want it now, just type in !Discord. All right, we are getting started. Let us begin. Yeah, go. Oh, and my music is gone. Well, that's okay. Okay, we're on a dirt road. These trees look very equatory. Anywhere basically along the equator, probably around here is what I'm gonna guess, but let's have a look. Let's keep looking. Oh, cool. That's a useful sign. Oh, nice. We're about to see a gas station. Oh, it's in English. St. Mary's Day and Boarding Registration Office. What's this? If it's in English, then I'm actually wondering if it's going to be Africa, because there's a lot of African countries where the official language is English, and whereas over here that's not so much the case. Nor over here. And the only reason I'm thinking around the equator is because a lot of these trees look very tropical. Romania won. Well, I guess that's it. I'm moving to Romania. Yeah, okay. I'm starting to think it's gonna be this is gonna be like Uganda or something like that. Are you Romanian? No, I just like cheap internet. True. Based. Bukasa Hardware. That sounds African, that name. KLA. Does that mean anything? What I really want is a web address, because the web address will have like, if it's Uganda, it'll have like .ug at the end. Oh, interesting. The plot thickens. Some kind of other script. The super stretched text? I missed it. I didn't see it. Shoe shiner. Did you see a web address or something? What was on the super stretched text? Ah, it's too blurry. 20 seconds, yeah. Actually, less than that for me because of the stream delay, but yeah, I don't know. I think Uganda's probably my best bet. Oh, Bukasa Road. I feel like I should know where that is, but how close? Wait, I didn't guess. Wait, I thought I clicked Uganda. Did I not click it? Oh, shit. Shit, did I not click it? I like pointed at Uganda and I was like, I think it's Uganda. Did I not click? I could have sworn I clicked. Fuck. All right, well. Okay. All right, what do we got here? Oh, well, okay. Alright, we'll try to get a little closer. Also, I have no music. Maybe it's a good time to start some music. Yes. Good enough. Uganda doesn't speak Arabic. Well, I assume it was just a... well, most of the language that we saw there was English, and the... and I assume the Arabic was just... it might have been like... I assume it was for religious reasons, or maybe it could have been like Hindu or something. Because it was on some sort of religious building. Time for bed, guys. Love you. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your evening, or enjoy sleeping, I suppose. But yeah, hope you have a good rest of your night, Bob Santa. Yeah, it's definitely Brazil. I mean, it's Buenos Aires, isn't it? Because like we've already seen signs that basically confirmed as much. At this point, I'm just kind of seeing if there's anything that'll narrow down a street. This time, I've actually dropped a pin. I can't fucking believe I didn't drop a Uganda pin last time, despite saying I'm pretty sure this is Uganda. Oh, that's so annoying. Do you have a donate link, or do I have to use bits? I've never donated to any streamer, and I want to donate to you as my first donation. Oh, that's really nice. I don't yet, but I am looking to set one up. So currently it's just bits, but yeah, feel free. If you want to wait until I get one of those set up, feel free. But I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Oh, there are street names here. What do you reckon I could actually find these street names in the next 10 seconds? Oh, probably not. Probably not. Oh, maybe. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't Buenos Aires. It was Curitiba. Well, my bad. I saw signs that basically said, well, they said like... Oh! Interesting. I got my wires completely crossed because I saw two websites with .br. Yeah, I was getting completely like... Yeah, no, that's my bad. Gotta go goodbye. Thanks for stopping by, Blanana M. And Real Pepeshki. Thanks for hanging out and coming by. I'm confused. I told you. Yeah, no, I was getting completely like... No, my brain was just reading that completely differently. My bad. That is my bad. I can't wait for the day it puts down a city near me. I think that'd be really fun. Sorry to anyone who put Buenos Aires because I said that. Because I realized a lot of people are listening to me and they're like, they're taking my guesses seriously. Okay. Hopefully, all right. Back into focus mode. Let's try and not throw this time. Let me try and actually pay attention this time. I'm saying bye to... Oh, I see. I getcha. I understand. Makes sense. I'm glad you're hanging out. Okay, this... I gotta think this is somewhere in Europe. Just because of these mountains. Oh, cool. We're at... we've reached some sort of major road. Stop sign. So it's in... The stop sign is not necessarily English, but it is the word stop rather than pare or something. Espinto Santo. That reads like Spanish. Which is unhelpful because it's only the second most spoken language in the world. Bulgaria, Romania, or Serbia? Yeah, maybe. Not Romania? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely think it's Europe. Oh shit. Balkan terrain? Yeah, I could believe that. Something around Mediterranean, maybe. Look at the car models. Oh god, it's not letting me go back! Ah! I guess I can just click this. Oh god, how far do I have to go back to this to find cars? Oh, maybe we'll find some more cars if I keep... I want to try getting... Oof. Oof! We're running out of time! Well, I should make a guess. I don't want to make no guess. I'm gonna regret this. I only saw Spanish so far, and this looks like Europe, so I'm picking somewhere in Spain. But I have absolutely no other reason to think that, other than that. It's North Korea, by the way. True. Oh, it was Portugal. Holy shit! I did wonder, like. Is it Spanish or is it Portuguese? Because like I said, I can't tell the difference. But, okay. That's fine. That's fine. There's a sign with .pt. Damn, I missed that. I was looking for signs, but maybe I was going too quickly. Alright. What do we got today? Oh, hang on. Driving on the left, are we? Are we? Oh, interesting. that drastically limits the amount of places it could be. Most places drive on the right. So that means this could be UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, or Japan or Singapore. And from the landscape, I'm gonna start by saying it might be South Africa. But let's try and get somewhere closer. I wonder if we can actually find this river. No, it's probably too small. Yeah, it's probably too small. Let's try and find some more civilization. My guess currently is South Africa, but I don't have any better guess than that. I don't have. The only reason I think that is because they're driving on the left, which is uncommon, and yet they and the landscape looks more like South Africa than UK, Japan, Australia, or New Zealand. That looks like it could have a place name on it, but I can't really identify one. Yo!
Cheer 50, alright, I think I did it.
Thank you for the bits, John B. Dev, and you triggered Microsoft Sam, which is always fun. Kinangop sub-county. Can I find that? Isn't that river in Kenya? Oh, maybe. Does Kenya drive on the left? I actually don't know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we might... My South Africa guess might be very far away. World Bank. Oh god, I only have 20 seconds to figure this out. Oh, Kenya Police Service, you're absolutely right! You are so right! Thank you. That river. Did you actually see that river somewhere? Holy shit. Holy shit. At the last second. I don't know where that river is though, so I don't know how close I can get it. Oh, Jesus. I hope. Sorry if anyone picked South Africa just because I said South Africa. So Kenya drives on the left. Yeah, I'm not a robot, bro. It's only saying this because I've got a VPN at the moment, so. Don't worry, I know it showed an IP address, but it's not my IP address, it is the IP address of the VPN. Wild. Oh, I forgot about quite a few places. I actually didn't know these Asia Pacific islands were also left. Also drove on the left. And I didn't know that this stretched up that high. 28 kilometers, was it that close? Yo, not bad. Damn. Yeah, it was a guess. It was literally just... At the last second I saw Kenya Police Services, and that's the only reason I jumped up there. You're just trying to undox yourself. You got me. You got me. My bad. Yeah, if you look up that IP, you'll see exactly where I am right now. Sag in chat. Yeah, I forgot about India as well, but is India even on Street View? I have a feeling they're not. Do you mind checking the prices of the internet? Bulgarian internet? Alright, real quick, what can we get in Bulgaria? I don't know what this means. Oh, okay. $1 a month? For what? What's FiberNet L? How fast is that? It was a VPN IP. You actually looked it up? Block. Bulgaria? Yeah, I don't know how fast it is. I know that this is 10 gigabit per second, right? And that's 5 L plus ratio, true, based. Alright, for 150 Bugen, that is $80 for 10 gigabits. Okay, that's good. Here, 80 is about what you'd spend for 1 gigabit, so yeah. Don't look at the discount prices, Goober. I'm actually not sure though. Why not look at the discount price? I get that that's not like it won't be that forever, but still, I mean, even for a short period of time, that's pretty good. You can't get any internet for 53 cents a month in where I'm from. Balkan countries basically get a lot of free money from EU to develop in the internet due to economical interest reasons. Is that true? What are the economic interests? Man, I really should move somewhere that has good internet. I should move to... Well, no, the problem with moving to the San Francisco Bay Area is that it's if anything, even more expensive than where I live now. I should move to Austin. Alright, next round. Sorry, I hit my mic. Bulgaria or Romania poll? You think so? Oh, for God's sake. Right in the middle of nowhere. Move to Texas. Yeah, that's the only problem. No. It is something I've worried about, is just the, like... I've been to Texas in July, and it is a toasty boy. Well, he's fucked. I am. Look at this shit. How am I ever gonna get... How am I ever gonna figure out where this is? Bulgaria or Romania poll? Who do you think is gonna win? He starts driving off the road? Does he? Oh, this is always the problem. Which way do you go? Because if I go in the other... Oh, wait. Other cars! People! Well, they're driving on the right, for what that's worth. Just don't go outside. True. How fast is your internet? It's 100 down, I think 25 up. It's not, like, which is good. It's better than anything I ever had in Australia. But it's, I know that I could be getting much better internet in other parts of the world or other parts of this country. And, the worst problem I have is that it can be kind of unreliable. I miss having fiber internet. Alright, well, let's go in the other direction. I have no reason to... We're half of the way through the time, so... I'm just gonna... We didn't find anything in that direction, so let's look in this direction. And how much do you pay? I think it's 50 or 60 something US dollars. It's perfectly fine. I just know that I could get better internet for the same price in other places, and in fact, I could get much more reliable internet in other places. You have no right to complain. I know. It's not. It could be much worse. I went in the same direction. Jesus. 8 megabits down, 0.68 megabits up. Yikes. Where's that? That is quite low. Is that in Australia? Because I could believe it. 80 a month? Canadian dollars? Bruh. Alright, I have to make a guess. I don't know. There's absolutely no way to know where this is. Oh. Mongolia. I mean, okay, there was a way to know it was Mongolia, which is that Mongolia is the, like, least densely populated country in the world, I'm pretty sure. Or at least one of them. Oh, Greenland is the least densely. Oh, well, apparently it's not even in the top 5, so fucking completely ignore that. Then where's Mongolia? Density. Oh, it's 4th. Why couldn't I see that? All right, well, so it's sort of in the top 5. It's up there. Ontario, really? Fucking don't have fiber set up here yet? My god, that's a lot worse than I would expect for Ontario. Even if we did, family's locked into a Bellnet email, so we're pretty much fucked. Oh, rookie mistake. Fucking, that's what I had to. My dad was on ISP email for a while, and I kept saying like, one of these days you're gonna lose that email because you're gonna switch to the ISP, and he was just like, whatever. And then eventually it did happen, and now he's eventually had to shift everything over to Gmail, but like. That's how they get you, probably. 0.17,000 Ks. Big oof. I'm here, by the way. It was the car that told me. The car told you I was streaming? More internet prices in my country. Interesting. Not sure you caught it earlier. Only learned about this on Monday. Did you know there's a rather decent Skyrim version of GeoGuessr called Talsgar.com? Interesting. I'll check that out. I'll check that out after the stream because I'm gonna finish up after this game. But thanks for letting me know. I'll look into that. So is my dad. Then we switched ISP, but they never got rid of his email slogan. Oh, that's nice. Worst part is the business email. Oh, yeah, that's rough. Yeah. Oh, you were the one that got near that actually got close to Mongolia. Now I know what you were saying. That's what you mean by I'm here. The car was the one they use in Mongolia. How do you know what cars are used in Mongolia? I don't know enough about Mongolia to know. No. But well done. Congratulations, you won. Congratulations, you won. And I did not. I came second last, only to someone who I'm gonna guess was not playing because they left earlier. So I came basically last, but I'm gonna take that second last. Fuck yeah, I didn't lose. Well, we know what's used in Pyongyang. Hell yeah. I mean, that's true. If that was Pyongyang, or hell, if it was even China, I would be able to identify a Brilliance BS4 like that. Absolutely. Oh wow, you're right. I'm neck to neck with Matt Dam. Yeah, literally. Oh, you're 500 points ahead. Really close though. Like at a glance, it looks like exactly the same number. All right, I am going to finish up. Thank you all for joining, playing with me, and hanging out. We are going to raid. Damn, I missed most of it. I'm sorry about that. I haven't streamed as much as I've wanted to recently because I've been working on like videos and other work stuff, but one of these days I'll be streaming more often. I'll be on a proper schedule so that people can actually like know when I'm going to stream and like plan around it and shit like that. If you feel like it, if you want. Amaranth, I could raid Amaranth, but she probably won't care. She'll probably just be like, oh, some random guy raided me. That's cool, I guess. That's fine, I don't have to raid anyone. Thank you all for joining. Wait, it's Matt Casey, he's a good streamer. No, he actually kind of sucks. He's kind of shit, I'm afraid. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out. I'll see you all next time. Probably, it's Thursday today? Probably either on the weekend or early next week. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.